But I will be in a moment. I will be in a moment. I will be in a moment. I will be. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, I will be in a moment. I will be live in a moment. You're just waiting for the thingy to catch up. You're not waiting for me because I am already here. I am. How long will we have to wait for this time? Will it be 5 minutes? Strangest things have happened. There we go at last. At last. Well, good evening, everyone who's here. Welcome to another mustard live stream where I have some flour in my hands. Actually, you might think that's just one hand, but no, it's two, because I've got some in this hand as well. Sweeping it off the worktop majestically into my palm so I can fling it into the food recycle bin. Yes, because I don't want it, you see. I'm not going to eat some flour, am I? That's not what you do. Well, if you want to eat flour, what you do is you turn it into some sort of dough and then cook it. Go off, get off. Lightly dusting the rest off of my digits so I can continue to use my hands in a purposeful manner. And what purposeful manner may that be? Well, tonight, I haven't done this for a while, but I was going to do some cooking. And there we have some dough that I've just knocked up. Just beaten into some sort of soft, pillowy submission. And there it is in a stainless steel bowl, awaiting some more abuse. But it's not going to get any tonight because I'm going to leave it until tomorrow, where it shall ferment. The following day it will smell bad but taste better. That's the way it goes. If ever you've made bread, oh, covered in dots of flour everywhere. Where are my other essential ingredients? Essential ingredients for a live stream: glasses. And, oh, hello. And a beer close to the end. Where the end is arriving, the freezer shall open and the beer shall pop out. Time for that party I promised myself this evening. Because I'm going to do it. I am going to love it. So swap some chairs around, because one of them's not too good for sitting on and the other one's not too bad. What can we expect of tonight's live stream? Well, you can expect Mr. Beardy rambling on about all sorts of nonsense as usual, encouraging the people in my live stream to chat to me and to press the like button and to press the subscribe button if they haven't done already. Started this one early, haven't I? But you've got to do, well, you haven't got to do, but it makes sense to remind anyone who's here that they can indeed do exactly that. We can observe the fish tank of happy little fishy friends. Maybe tonight I shall make more a point of getting little blighters to come over to say hello. Hello, little blighter fishy friends. Yes. If I come over here, let's see whether it works again. Notice how they gravitate to this end of the tank. Because they want some attention, don't you? And more than that, they want some food. Because for some reason, they believe they're hungry, even when they're clearly not. They can't be hungry. They were fed yesterday. And you can overfeed fish like really, really easily. And I don't particularly want to do that. So now that my couple of minutes worth of just rambling on about all sorts of cack has finished, I shall sit down, don my glasses, and read out some comments just to see who's here with me tonight, or who was here. Sorry. Oh. It'd be nice if some stayed. Some of you stayed. I promise it doesn't get any worse than this. That's important, isn't it? I have somewhat itchy eyes tonight. Right, so here we go. Oh, hang on. What happened to my... Oh, I just had some comments there, and I don't seem to have got rid of them all already. Live chat. There we go. There we go. I've got it. I've got it on all chat as well. All messages, so I'm not going to miss anything off. And the first to say hello tonight is actually Cabbage Lion. Yeah, Cabbage Lion. The little lion that you saw just a minute ago. He's in the cupboard tonight. He's enjoying himself a little sleepover with the plates. Strange, eh? Especially strange as the plates aren't in that cupboard. What's in that cupboard are the pans. And he's going to have a great evening in there with the pans. Thank you, whoever is number 4 liker. Thank you very much. That is helping me out. Crichton Roberts is here. Hello. Crichton Roberts, not seen you for a little while actually, so it's good to have you back. Peter P. Peter P is here, who says, hello everyone. Now, Peter P's profile, I can't really quite figure out whether it's Batman or a cat. So you'll have to tell me about that, because I am quite interested. And then Steve Cole, who is a cat and is very much a fan of cats, with his cat profile picture there, waving with his orange top on, which is suitable. Before we go any further, I might like just to add... No, hang on. What was I going to say? I'm sure I had something important to tell you. And I can't think of what it was. Maybe I could just have an evening work and keep up with the comments. I was trying and think of a new word as I went along there. How fabulous that would be. Julia Helen is here. Thank you very much for joining me, Julia. I must ask, actually, are you still a very keen cyclist? Because you certainly used to be, and it'd be nice to know. MM2 key _111 chucking out money and stuff, flying pound coins or pound notes or dollars or whatever it is. Roblox. That's a rather complicated name. It doesn't exactly just roll off the tongue. So I'm going to short that. Roblox is something I've seen before. Is it like a generic term for some sort of game, or is it a game? I'm not really sure. So I'm going to call you Mookie. Mookie. Yeah, it was going to be Mookie because of the M and then key. But I'm going to just call you Mookie. Okay, so Mookie, thank you for joining me. Dick Dastardly, Direct Debit is here and says, good evening all as well. Fabulous to have you here. Who's got some jokes, by the way? That's what I really fancy tonight. I really fancy starting my evening off by telling a load of crap jokes. And they have to be crap, because if they're good, then I'll ruin them. Where, a crap joke, you don't feel so responsible. Do you? I don't know if you know. If you're reading out a crap joke, it's not going to be funny. So it doesn't matter if you ruin it by cocking it up. So crap jokes, please. If you've got any. And my friend Rover Joe is here as well. Hello, Rover Man. Hello, Rover Joe. As I have mentioned before, it's not so much Rover Joe, it's Rover Joe. That's how that looks like. You should say it, Rover Joe. The Greenwood is here. Good evening, everyone, and hello, Mustard. Been doing my accounts and finally finished. I hated every minute. Hope I'm not too late for the pre-party warm-up. Where's the music? No music. Oh, well, I could bung in some music somewhere, but I'm not going to do because I don't want to. I'd have to play it on my little device here, and then I won't be able to monitor the comments without looking that closely. I don't want to do that, do I? No, I don't. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and I have already put it on all chat, I believe. Or at least I think I have. The LA party, the LA party, what? Oh, right. Yes, well done. Good spot, Dick Dastardly. Now that makes it look like it's something a bit more important than just the. It's the LE party, the LE party. Right, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to pretend it wasn't a mistake. I'm going to pretend that I didn't just dash the title of the live stream in the same way that I dashed up the profile picture for this particular live stream, which is some houses, if you haven't gathered. But yeah, no, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with it because I like it. Where was we? Was Cabbage Lion coming on? No, not really. No, Cabbage Lion's in trouble. Hi, Crichton, Peter, Steve, Julia, MN2, which is Mookie, Dick, and Rover Joe, says the Greenwood, welcoming with open arms everyone who joins in this awful live stream tonight. Thank you very much. Roblox is a generic term, like a load of old Roblox. Right, well, I mean, that makes sense to me. So let's not use that term, Roblox. And like I said, I think Mookie's probably more suitable anyway. I'm sure that whoever it was that wrote that incredibly long name out is probably called Mookie. Arian, tomorrow is my statistic exam, and till now I haven't even touched my book. Any tips on how to pass an exam without studying? Yes, cheat. It's quite simply the answer. What you need to do, it's really straightforward, is find out the answers to the questions before you get asked them. I don't know how you'll find them out, but that's what you need to do. So you might, wherever it is you're having your exam, you might need to sneak in the night before and find the test papers. If you get a test paper, you can just take photographs of it, go online, find out what the answers are, and then just try and memorize it like you should have done in the first place. And then you can pass. That's cheating. That's easy. Good luck with it. Julia Helen says, yes, still cycling. Oh, by the way, my profile picture was taken at my party when you were there with Andy. Is it that one? Oh, wow. Right. That was a very long time ago. As you mentioned, we're both very stick-like. Andy still is. I'm not. I've eaten too many pies since then to carry on being stick-like. The weird thing is, though, I did very much get into cycling years after that. I mean, I had a bike probably around that time, and I used to just go off for rides around the woods and stuff like that. I remember one night, when I lived in Godalming, I'd been up all night chatting with my brother and was drinking beer all night. We had one of those wonderful party evenings, and I remembered I'd gone and put some money in the bank to cover a direct debit. And so I had a couple of hours kip, and then I woke up feeling really incredibly thirsty. I had myself a pint of milk, which was a disastrous thing to do because as I rode into town as quickly as I could do, I ended up being sick. Yeah. What a knob. That's not that's not where I was good at cycling. My cycling times, the bits I enjoyed was when I moved up here. I had a little while before I had a car, and I would say it was then, but it wasn't, because I used to do a couple of miles a day. But then when I did get myself a car, and I found myself just wanted to go out on my bike, I used to do, I think I did 43 miles in one day was the most I did, which might sound like, well, that's nothing really. 43 miles. I could do that in my backyard. Well, I'm not trying to impress anyone. Okay. My profile pic is of Dark Soul, Mork Sugar. Or is that Mork Sugar? A Swedish mythological creature said to present always and everywhere, listening and perceiving without ever being heard or seen itself. That's quite a complicated thing, actually. So listening and perceiving without ever being heard or seen itself. That's kind of like a godlike creature then, isn't it? But you know, you already said the Swedish mythological. Oh, come on, mythological. I'm not getting these words out tonight. Maybe it's because I'm thirsty and I've just not drunk enough tea. I have had a good while without a cup of tea, and I'm just having this one now. And sometimes tea is very dry. You know, it's very dry. It's not actually dry. It's full of liquid, but sometimes you maybe leave the bag in there for too long and you get just a bit too much tannin and it kind of feels dry, like toast. It's dry as toast. Have you ever experienced that? Good evening all, says Bad Books. Welcome, Bad Books, to this rather exciting live stream tonight. Thank you. Zuzu101. My profile picture is only a panty from Panty and Stocking. Is Panty from Panty and Stocking? Is that a cartoon? Or is it raining? I think it's raining. Is that a cartoon of some sort? Like one of those anime things where it's all a bit weird, a bit, what's the word? It's more than just weird. It's slightly freaky. Ugh. Anyway, I don't know. So, Dick Dastardly asks Arian, I once took up, or actually, addresses Arian, or I run. I'm not even sure. I run, I think that is. I once took an exam with a whole load of formulae and useful notes pinned to the back of my rather wide tie. Would be an exceedingly wide tie indeed. Rover L Series party, suggests Rover. No, Peter P. Not Rover anybody, but just Peter P. No, I don't think the L Series is worth a party. Well, I mean, it could be, but I don't really want to have one. Panty is probably a hardcore drug addict, but she's cute, says Zulu. This is getting more curious by the moment, actually. A hardcore drug addict, but she's cute. What is Panty then? Is it like because I'm the moment you put that there, I thought it was going to be some sort of dog or something like that, a dog or a hybrid bunny cat or something as mysterious as that. Aryan. Now, how do we pronounce his name? Aryan. Help me out a bit there. I'm going to say for Iron. Bad Books and Zulu. Hi Tracy, Bad Books says. Just did a Google and I like the image of Myth and Read Dark Soul. Merc Sugar. Can someone tell me if that's pronounced correctly? Merc Zucker. It's like the Americans would say Mark. Merc. Hey Merc. Looking and lurking. Oh, Abrade. Aid braid. Having a... do you know what that is? Don't know, but enjoy it, whatever the case. Bad Book says, my profile pic is a dog. I've not noticed that before, actually, but I can see it is now. We all like dogs, don't we? Steekulg is having egg and soldiers for tea before you ask. 3 eggs. 3 eggs is not too many. In fact, it's too little. Depends on how many pieces of bread you're having. With soldiers, what do? One piece of toast, cut it into three, one for each egg. If you're going to have soldiers, you're going to have soft-boiled eggs, aren't you? Rather than hard-boiled eggs. If you want to do the dippy thing, I mean, you could actually just, you could have a boiled egg, unwrap it of its shell, and then just wrap the sliver of toast around it. But I wouldn't do. And I advise not doing that, but you are doing it right now. Do something else with it instead. And Steve Paul is here, who says, "Oh, mustard." Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you being here. Oh, good. Oh, right, thank you. Microphone. So how are we doing with this then? My microphone keeps giving up on me. Right, there we go. That's charging on that side. I think for some reason it's not making a connection on this side. It could be, but I did slightly drop something into the hole, and I've blown it out, expecting there to be nothing in place. But oh, hang on. The light's on there. Put it in the other one. It should be trial and error. Should be a simple case of you. Oh, that's interesting as well. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted here. You know, like you have magnets with absolutely everything to hold things together. So my tablet has a case with a magnets, a strip magnet on the back, so that it sticks itself to the inside of the screen there, so it don't flop open. But of course, you take it somewhere work-like, where lots and lots of tiny fragments of metal have been knocking about through using a grinder. Everywhere is covered in this thin layer of bits of metal. So, things stick to it. And I've just found it with this as well, because if you watch this, obviously that's slight magnet on there. Someone's going to like the sound of that. And you might be able to see there's two dots of tiny metal fragments that are stuck to the magnet. There. Have another look. Can you see it? It's not that interesting, is it? But anyway, it kind of hinders progress. Thank you for letting me know my microphone was not working, because I could have gone on for ages and nobody would have told me. 6 slices of bread, says Steve Kulk. 7. And beer. I can't take him seriously, can I? He's not going to have 6 slices of bread and 3 eggs. The ratio's completely wrong. And 7 may be a case of 6, and then that last piece of bread for the eggy leftovers, of which there could easily be some. But two slices of bread per egg? No. That would make you feel really rather bloated afterwards. If you just have the eggs, find yourself not feeling full up. Answer, have another egg. Find yourself not feeling full up. Answer, have another egg. Then you're okay, but you're not bloated. Whereas if you start off with just loads and loads of toast or bread or whatever it is, it's going to make you feel rough. I should know. I had chapatis tonight. Homemade chapatis. Made in this very kitchen. On this very stove. With a stinking hot pan. A dry pan. No oil in it. Just dry. As hot as you can get it. It works. But it does make you feel a bit cack afterwards. Sharewell Charm. Sharewell Charm is here and says, Captain Mustard. Well, good evening to you. I hope you like it here. I hope some more people will become tempted to be channel members and press the like button and tell me a joke. Oh, it is Puddycat here, isn't it? Puddycat. Where's Puddycat? Aid Brabe. Aid Brave. I've lost you now. I've lost you. Aid Braid. Are you going to the Hebden Bridge car show this year? Well, I don't know. I went last year, and there's a car show tomorrow, in fact, in Rochdale, Failinge Park. And I'm not going to that one because I'm going to be busy in the yard. Because Neil the Gibbonator is coming up to the yard, and we're going to do some work together on what is going to be his car. So that's not really going to happen. But the Hebden Bridge car show, again, I'm not sure. It's over 2 days as well. And I could be tempted to enter a car. What car, though? Imagine if I just turned up in the Audi. That wouldn't impress anyone, would it? No. I feel like I've got a big pump on the way, but I'm a bit concerned about it not being just a pump. I'm easy, says Steve Culg. In reference to what? I don't know. Anyway, the Greenwood says, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt is a Japanese anime series. The show revolves around the exploits of the Anarchy Sisters. Panty and Stocking angels were kicked out of heaven due to bad behaviour. That sounds really cool. I like the sound of that. I actually want to watch it now. Thanks for looking that up. Greenwood's being basically my almost like a researcher for when it comes to these live streams. I want to know some information. Greenwood, straight on it. I like that. That's brilliant. Thank you again. Speak the name and you will arrive. Putty Cat. I come in a lot of different sizes. Sometimes I drip a little. If you blow me, it feels really good. What am I? Your nose. Oh, right, that's the joke. That's a brilliantly bad joke. Thank you. I appreciate that bad joke. Thank you, Putty Cat. Hello, Greenwood. I am Charlotte, says Cherwell Charm. Another account from Charlotte. That must be 3 by now, isn't it? Anyway, good to have you here. Pronounced very well, Captain. What was that then? Right, I see. That's what went on there. Pronounced very well. Hello. Sounds dead. Cell audio is unclear. Okay now. Due to my little microphone slip up, which happened not too long ago. I thought what happens with these microphones though is battery works, battery doesn't work. So it's on, off. No in between. It's just either working or not working. So I figure from that then, once it gets to that critical point of the battery not being able to sustain the communication from one part of the device to the next, it starts to crackle. And it goes weak and it goes, I've had enough, I'm going. I'm going, yeah, like that. Not what I thought. Akram Zayed. Hi, Akram Zayed. Putty Cat says, sometimes a finger goes... Sometimes a finger goes inside me. You fiddled me with when you're bored. The best man has had me first. What am I? Your wedding ring. Or band, of course, because obviously Putty Cat is in Florida. And in that country, they refer to the rings as bands. We refer to them as rings. I wonder why that is. Which is correct? Who thinks that the word ring is inappropriate? And who thinks it's probably the best word? Abraham Saman. Oi, Hughie, Armando. Done run amok on me, wife, and took me little lad from right under me. So, not sure what that means, but I hope it's not as bad as it sounds. Oh, Mighty Cat Mods is here. Good evening, Mighty Cat Mods, because Mighty Cat Mods is here, and that's why I'm saying good evening. And Mighty Cat Mods actually says good evening, Captain and chat, which is appropriate. It's the kind of thing you would say, isn't it, when you join a live stream like this before you go. Hello, 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 hello. How have you been? How have you been? How even? Oh, right, you've been on holiday, Mighty Cat Mods. Another cat. That's the thing. How many cats have we got as profile pictures right now? And how many of you has at one point had a cat as a profile picture? I'd be interested to find that out. I'd like to write down the statistics, although not the statistics, actually offer up the statistics once all the facts are in place. And I reckon probably, if you say yes or no, I can have a quick calculation, and I bet it's something like 90% of you will have had a cat as a profile picture at one point. Okay, so I'm going to start with me, and I'm going to say no. Right, Ibrahim Salmonello Greenwood, no bad, no bad. Mustard, where's your beer? It's Saturday, prime beer drinking time, beer drinking day. You're right, you know, you're absolutely right. And I'm doing myself an injustice and in service by not having myself, in service, unservice by not having myself a gluggy beer right now. So I'm going to wait until I get a few more likes. I have a number in mind of how many likes I should be having before I can have a beer. I'm not going to tell you what it is, just in case I don't get there and find myself thinking, I wish I hadn't said that number because I really want a beer now and I'm never going to be able to have it. But we do need a few more yet. A few more? Oh, that's a clue, isn't it? I'm going to start 5. Oh, hang on. Bit tired, I just finished my accounts, which bored me to distraction. But wow, thanks, Mighty Cat Mods. Interested in playing tic-tac-toe on a number pad? I don't know. I'm not. But he's going to start anyway, or he or she, I don't know. 5. 5, right. I'll go for 12. Oh, it could be a recorder. Oh. Hooked on Classics is here. That's Simone. Hello, Simone. I'm going to avoid doing your voice tonight. Instead, I'm going to say, hello, it's Mick. Hello, it's Hooked on Classics here from somewhere in Somerset. I hope it's okay. Nothing to worry about. It's just a cortina. Doesn't really work with a different thing altogether, does it? It needs to be a social call. MFC 2009, Hola soy de Argentina. So that's hello from Argentina, hello to you. And I started and said no, and you could do, right, yeah, you could do a poll on the question. Where'd you do that then? Is there somewhere up here? Hang on. I can't do it. I don't know. Where do we do it from? Does anybody know how to do it? Because it would be kind of a good thing to do at some point. A poll for one thing or another. I mean, this isn't a particularly interesting or useful poll, is it? Whether you've had a cat as your profile picture or not, but it's a start. It's a start. Right. So obviously, Mighty Cat Mods is that's one each. And Hooked on Classics. I have a cat on my Facebook banner pic. That's not quite the same thing, though, is it? Puttycat says, my dentist reminded me about my wife's sensitive gag reflex. We laughed about it for a while, and then I remembered me and my wife have a different dentist. Very nice. Very, very well done, Puttycat. Help me out, says Steve Cold. How many slices do I need per egg? Says Steve Cold with a cat as a profile picture, which makes that 2-1. Who would have thought cooking egg and soldiers would be so difficult? Well, it's not difficult. It's not difficult if you don't overcomplicate it. Let's say egg and soldiers, 1 slice of bread, 2 eggs. If you want some more, have some more. It's quite quick to make. But what you could do is you could cook more eggs than what you're actually going to eat, because you can just save them until later. Eggs will keep. Cooked or uncooked, they're fine. They're not really dangerous or anything. So just do that. Rings are usually, but not always, says the Greenwood, set with gems, etc. Bands are usually, but not always, plain. What a brilliant and concise answer. The Google Eye did give me the info whether or not a woman should buy her own wedding band. 18 likes. Well, let's go for 20, then I can have my beer. Thank you very much for that. Now I understand. See, I love finding things out. Ravi Kotra. Ravi Kotra. Hello, Ravi Kotra. Who says, God bless you. Well, thank you very much. I know you mean well. But would you like to do a like on the live stream as well? That would be really fabulous. Steve Hulk says, I've only 3 eggs. 3 eggs and 3 eggs and end up over boiling them. Oh, what's they go a bit rubbery? That's what you mean, isn't it? Puttycat says, where's my fan club? Are they sleeping? Well, they're upstairs. It's kind of time they were upstairs, really. Although obviously no school in the morning, they've managed to just be upstairs tonight, which is quite a good thing. Because when they're downstairs, they don't want to go upstairs. And that's the only reason they know about you. Why do they like you, Puttycat? Is it just because you sound Puttycat? Who wouldn't like someone called Puttycat, eh? I think they're creeping downstairs. Actually, no, they're not. Right, okay. There was a ghostly apparition on the stairs. I can see it again, but then again, it might just be, as I move my head, I'm actually looking through the top of my glasses there. Yes, I've had a cat as my profile picture, says the Greenwood. But not here on YouTube. A couple of times on Facebook and other places. So, unfortunately, that doesn't count. Now, where was I? Don't know what the score is now. I think it's 2 with, 2 without. Ravi Gotra. Gotra. Yeah, it's Gotra. God bless you all. Yes, Stephen S. Paul. Yes. Hey up, ducks, says Neil Gibbons, the Gibbonator. He's here. What a chap. Thank you for joining us. Mick Hucknall is back. He didn't really come back properly, though, did he? He just turned up, realised he had the wrong audience, and then went again. Because he's a rather loud character. I need to be in a different room. If I was to take my microphone off and go outside and shout as Mick Hucknall, I'd be much more comfortable with that. Although the neighbours might think it was a bit strange. What? Mick Hucknall in next door's back garden? Wow. I wonder what he's doing there. And why is he in the back garden asking to be let in and it's only a social call? And why is it nothing to worry about? That's what they'd be thinking. I mean, if you're going to call someone up and say it's just a social call and say it's nothing to worry about, they're going to be somewhat suspicious, aren't they? They're going to think, well, yeah, I didn't think it was anything to worry about, but now I'm thinking it might be. Normally, are you the bringer of bad news, Mick Hucknall? But on this occasion, you're just not. think maybe many of us will actually agree that Mick Hucknall is bad news, and that's really all there is to it. Quack, 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 quackity quack. Oh, after poddering last night, my new girlfriend snuggled up to me and said, "You know, you're easily the biggest I've ever had." Apparently, ditto wasn't the correct response. Thank you, Puddy Cats. How you doing, Mrs. Matron? Hope you're well. Hello, Peter P. Better than I was earlier doing my accounts. Well, stashing your millions in your offshore accounts. Don't blame me, Matron. Oh, we like ducks. They are our friends. I've got some ducks ready, I can tell you. Yes, I've been the cartoon character Top Cat as a profile picture on WhatsApp. Oh, there we go. Now, good news indeed. Mighty Cat Mods has subscribed or signed up to the Captain Mustard, what is it? The thing, channel membership of the not too salty request of 99 pence per month. Thank you very much, Mighty Cat Mods. What a bonus. Thanks a lot. Where was I though? Oh, yes, that was it on there. Yeah. So thank you. I got distracted by that, because what happens is then this kind of scrolls down, but I can actually see it on there. That's the best one because that gets my attention, and I can say yet again, thank you very much, Mighty Cat Mods. Oh, Emma Lemon is here and says, guess who is in the bath? Well, we know it's you, don't we? Nobody would ask, guess who's in the bath, because we're not going to know. There will be plenty of people in the bath right now, and we don't know they're in the bath because they're in the bath, not on a live stream asking if you know who's in the bath. Very, very strange. I looked, nobody was in the bath, says Mighty Cat Mods. Hello, not the toilet for a change. My YouTube pic is of a cat, says Dave Smith. But that doesn't look like a cat to me. That looks like that looks like a small person wearing glasses and a baseball cap gurning. But I could be wrong. Splish splosh, Emma, says Peter P. Sound effects as well. Audrey Bucks, hello from Russia. Hello, Audrey. And Andrew Bucks, not Audrey Bucks. Sorry about that. Hello, Dave. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Greenwood. Hey, Neil. Yes, not bad, thanks. Just got home from a day out. Hope you and Soph are doing okay. I hope they are as well, and I bet they are. Oh, I just had a text message. Oh, gosh. Just an itchy ear. Did you notice what the fish did then as soon as I got up? As soon as I got up and walked over here, I noticed them all just swimming over here. And now they'll start gradually coming back. I'll try that again in a bit. Is it a tease? No. Do they only have a 2-second memory? No, that's nonsense. Nonsense indeed. Yes, that's more like it. Filming today, Emma? Asks Peter P. Dave, thanks again for the membership. Oh, I'm going to say thanks. Guess what's happening? I've just had a notification on my phone. It's the second one saying, "You've missed a call from me." I'm actually quite pleased by that. I'm getting missed calls because I managed to figure out how to block numbers that I don't actually know, and it's just showing that all of these times where I kept having these interruptions of people phoning in, it doesn't happen at any other time. It just happens when I'm doing a live stream. But they've been foxed, and they haven't realised that they've been foxed because they're not probably watching the live stream. Oh, incidentally as well, just like Boaty was complaining about a couple of weeks back about serial dislikers on videos, I seem to be getting the same thing. The difference is that they don't seem to be there straight away, but I always get 3 dislikes within a couple of hours on every video, and it's not going to make much difference really. It's not going to make much difference at all. But it just, some people, if they don't like a video, they won't bother watching it. If they're a subscriber and they don't like it, if they're a subscriber, the chances are they're not going to dislike it. You wouldn't think so anyway. But to have exactly 3 every time, I've got one as well. That's it. That's it. Try as much as you like. It's not going to make any difference, though. Oh, Smashing Pistons is here. That is Simon of Smashing Pistons. Yeah, Smashing Pistons. Thank you for joining us tonight. A mustard, Greenwood and all, says Puttycat. I need to depart. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you, Puttycat, for actually letting us know that you're going. Very polite of you, I might add. Have a nice weekend. Peter P, it's got cars in it. It's crap, but it's got cars in it. So maybe someone will like it, says Emma Lennon. You seem to do okay, to be honest, Emma. I wouldn't worry about it. Check for the USB. I'll leave that to Mrs. Mustard. Huh? Oh. Says Smashing Pistons. Put it down. No. Emma's in the bath. Put the razor down. Bum bum. Emma's in the bath. Put the razor down. I think she. Why? I'm not going to go into that one. Right. Emma's in the bath. Put the razor. Right. I've heard there's a new YouTube channel arriving soon, edited by a mustard and starring an Top Gear presenter, Steve Big Berries. Yes, Dave Smith. Yes. Oh, I mean, and may as well actually just have a little talk about that then for the moment. I have one video completely edited to go live on Monday. It's nearly 20 minutes long. It's actually very funny in places, if I don't mind saying myself. It is mostly Steve. There's only a bit of me in there, really. But all of the editing and all the filming, of course, is me. So I'm in charge. And as soon as I posted that video last night, just talking about this is what's happening, and I got 3 dislikes on it. But linking the channel, I think it's 180 subscribers already. 180 subscribers on a YouTube channel that doesn't have a video to watch. That's quite impressive. That's the power of mustard sharing. I'm very much looking forward to it. Yes, that video going live. And then the second one, all recorded, just ready for me to properly edit. It's going to take some time. On Thursday, hopefully, we'll be going and having a look at another car, and it's going to be a weekly thing. So quite a bit more of my time being consumed by this, but the potential is rather large. I'm very, very excited about the potential. If I do it properly, it could put me in exceedingly good stead within a year, I reckon. That's what I reckon. That's my prediction. This time next year, people will know who I am. Oh, I keep having this fart that wants to pop out, but it's just not coming along. Thanks Dave Smith, that's... oh, no, it's Gibbonator. Gibbons has got that one. Yes. Oh. Joe says, you look like a guy I know. Do you know that? Well, of course I know that, Joe. You've just told me. Thank you. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. But I'm going to look like a guy that you know. I'm going to look like someone everybody knows, aren't I? Everybody's going to know someone who looks a bit like me. And everyone is going to know someone who looks a bit like you, whoever you are. So you can't escape it. It's just, you think about it. There are over 60 million people just in the UK. And we've all got, almost all of us, got one nose, one mouth, two eyes. The amount of teeth varies. The colour of hair varies. The shape of face, the distance between the eyes, all varies. The length of nose, the straightness of the nose, the wideness of the smile, and the height of the head on top of the body. All of these are constantly variable. But there's still only those things, isn't there? So there must be, in the UK alone, lots of doppelgangers. All right? Let's have the rest of the world involved as well. So we have 6 billion, I think 6 billion, something like that. There's going to be someone who looks just like you somewhere in the world. Yep. Okay. They're in a funny place. Oh, right, I missed something, that's why. That's funny, he looks like the guy I know, too, says Greenwood. Yes. Why is there a shoe on top of the fish tank? Gosh, that's a rather exciting and wonderful observation. There's actually two shoes. Now, if I give you a close-up to this, anyone want to guess what's going on there? So I don't need to tell you why. Jat155 says, Elo! Hello. Tracy, there's a boat, I think. That's a boat. It's not a boat, it is a shoe. Shoe. Some of the fish are sold. I was sub number 105, says Neil Gibbons. Now, that's nice. We know at what point you joined the party. No doubt you'll be looking forward to this thing on Monday as well. I expect that first video is going to do quite well. I hope Steve realizes the power of my influence. The shoe is art. Does Steve want to drive the 620 at some point? Well, yeah, he probably would actually. Because that is definitely a 90s car, isn't it? And it, I think he'd have an awful lot to say about that one. It wouldn't necessarily be great, because I mean, it's the 600, certainly the car that it sold reasonably well, didn't it? But it was just sold to reps, and that's why they just don't really sell now. Nobody really seems to be that interested in them. But yeah, I reckon he probably would. Here we go. Dave Smith. That's for you as well. Sorry, Dave. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, there's going to be a few actually. Maybe next week the Impreza will be driven. That's Carl's car. Then we also have a Peugeot 306 that Carl is fixing. That will end up in there. All of these, as well as all of the really exciting supercar stuff as well. It's just the beginning. If we do a video every single week, then it's an awful lot of cars, isn't it? Where was we going? Right. The invisible man is crouching there, Emma. We're the people we know who you are. We're the people we... Hey, that what kind of sense does that make? We're the people, we know who you are. Think about it, what have you written there? Smashing Pistons say, Steve Berry, brother of Jerry Berry, an ex-presenter of Top Gear, should bring a 90s bike to the yard. Well, that's the point where I'm going to get a bit stuck because I don't do bikes. But of course he does, and he does want to do 90s bikes. The only thing is, I think there's a bit less point because you can tell a 90s car by looking at it. But a 90s bike doesn't really look that different from one now, does it? I just saying at the bottom there, Stephen Knight just saying, this is so boring, but you've gone to the effort of doing lots and lots of yawny faces. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Do please press like. You might as well do, Stephen. Simon couldn't agree more. There's a video on him riding a Series 1 Hayabusa. He didn't mess about. Do you have Noah's Ark on the top of the fish tank? Mr. Sheriff, I haven't found my doppelganger yet. You don't necessarily find it. It's just knocking about somewhere. And the two sisters, Straw, Raspberry, and Straw and Rasp. Yes, yes. Very nice. But oh, look at that. Yes, another channel member, Jimmy Quinn. Jimmy Mighty Quinn. That's worth a little way. Thank you very much, Jimmy Quinn. You are a rather lovely and generous chap indeed. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come back to that in a second. Soul being glued back on, says Greenwood. Yes, exactly that. What happens with these children's shoes? Either they don't make them properly and you have to do that kind of thing all the time, or it's just something in the way that they walk, where they're constantly kicking the ground. I don't know which one it is, because mine don't do that. Mine fall apart on the sides. Love from India says, Florida Martin. Well, thank you, Florida Martin. My bad, I thought the pegs were engines. The pegs are for flip-flop that has lost its flop. Hi, Beard, says Stephen Knight. Hi, Beard. You're welcome. Oh, Inspector Pandy. Inspector Pandy. That's worth a 7 out of 10, I reckon, as a name. Thank you. What's a fart amongst friends? Not much, I suppose. Stephen Knight, right. Okay, let's forget about what Stephen Knight says and say thank you very much to Neil Gibbons, the Gibbonator, who's just done a channel membership himself. The not too salty 99 pence per month. Yes, thank you very much, Neil. A super generous chap. He really is. And, it's I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. It's all I need now is a shed load more, and then this channel can start to pay. All that, just actually get some videos out there that can get some ad revenue on. But thank you again, Jimmy, and of course Neil. Hi, Inspector. Oh, right. What is this shit? Says Stephen Knight. Well, it's just shit, really. That's all. It's just shit. I mean, obviously it's shit. It's rubbish, isn't it? It's completely unnecessary, and you're right to point it out. You really are, and I do feel sorry for you for having to tolerate it. Or at least it would do, but you don't have to tolerate it. That's the really good thing. You have the option of switching off, whereas I don't. I've got to stick with it. I've got to stay here and carry on making this shit further and further. Awful. 90s bikes look totally different, says Smashing Pistons. Sorry, just having it's not my bollock I'm scratching, it's just the inside of my leg. I can't tell the difference, Simon. Especially early 90s bikes. 90s bikes do look different, Mustard. That's 3 people telling me off for such an ignorant claim. Right, well, maybe if I saw a bike and I knew it was from the 90s and saw a bike and knew it was from 10 years later. But I don't think the actual design and the styling has changed as much as what it has done with cars. What about the technology, though? Did the technology in bikes peak, let's say, in the 90s, like I believe it did with cars? Oh, it's not so much it peaked, but that's where they got to, where they couldn't make anything any more reliable. Instead, they made them unreliable. Not unreliable as such, but less reliable. Is the 90s the peak period for bikes, in other words? And it would be better if you were interesting Peter. I don't know who interesting Peter is, but it does sound fabulous. And there's Greenwood thanking Jimmy as well. Jimbly Wimbly. Vidova yeah. Can you give us a close-up of your aquarium? I could do, but that means moving the tripod and stuff like that. My phone's on charge, so probably not at the moment. But yeah, what's your preferred opening gambit, guys? Asks Stephen Knight. Oh, in chess. Well, is that why you call yourself Stephen Knight? Strange noises going upstairs. Yay, Neil, yes. If you could time travel to any year, which year and why would it be? Says, holy moly macaroni. 1992 would be my answer. When I was a young, thrusting man, full of potential and energy, but not really making the most of it. Gosh, I'm getting deja vu with that. And it's not proper deja vu, but I know I've said exactly that on a video at some point. Full of energy, a thrusting young man, full of energy to when I wasn't asleep or something like that. That's the bit I'm missing. That's the bit that made me realise it's not deja vu, but something I have said before. And why? Well, because of that. But actually, slightly because I missed out on an awful lot of stuff that I shouldn't have done. Gosh, what are you laughing at, Gibbonator? Gibbon says, I've got one for the 80s, 90s and 2000s. You can see the progression. The design evolution on bikes has been about the same as cars. Similar move to pointy, slashy lights and shapes. Tech varies a lot as engine configurations available vary so much more than cars. Stephen Knight says, I have a theory on men who love cars. They were all absolutely shit at sports as a kid. Well, that's not a bad theory, actually, because I wasn't really interested in sport. I don't know if it's because I'm shit at it. I just didn't find it interesting in the slightest bit. And I still don't. I never have found sport interesting. In fact, I've always found people who like sports to be not very interesting people. I don't want to overly generalize, but it's like sporting personalities. If you listen to any sporting personality, besides maybe one or two, they all have this kind of monodrome. They just talk like they're bored of what they're talking about. And they all say the same kind of things. They all have that kind of familiar phrases they just keep on churning out over and over again, and just they're just Sporting personality. That's an oxymoron. Oil up, says Broke Bob. Fabian's Lab. What's your persona? What's your persona? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that means. So I can't really answer the question. Thrusting Young Man. Was something you talked about in one of your recent live streams. Well, maybe that's what it was then. Maybe that's what it was. Hello, Jimmy. I time traveled to last week and spent lots of time in the bookies. Good point, I suppose, Steve. The point being is that you find out the results of anything that you would like to gamble on and go back and win. And you just keep doing that until you no longer need to gamble your money away. Ooh, gosh. Like the dude from Back to the Future. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Greenwood. A persona is a personally claimed persona resembling an anthropomorphic animal adopted by a member of the furry fandom. Personas can provide numerous roles for the creator. Hang on. Furries and Therians. Right, okay. So, furries, that's that strange fad that lots of younger people are into where they pretend to be furry animals, isn't it? But do the kind of things that furry animals do as well, right? Including all the stuff that keeps furry animals going. Am I right? Well, I can't say as I would ever have any part in doing such a thing as that. But thank you for asking, and thanks, Greenwood, for finding out for me. Oh, Dave Smith. Dave Smith, having been generous enough to give away 5 channel memberships in the last live stream, has now decided he should be a channel member himself. So thank you very much, Dave. Thank you for being a channel member. And thanks for giving other people the opportunity to be channel members as well. And I still don't know how I ended up getting one, but brilliant, thank you. XD Blood went on to Urban Dictionary for that A, says Fabian's Lad. Fabian's Lad. A. For that A. Right, sorry, no idea what you're talking about. XD Blood. They're kind of going into a slightly different language here. Stephen Knight says, everyone I know who loves motors weren't interested or weren't able to play sports. I'm glad you agree. It should be a law named after me. Well, you could always start up your own Wikipedia page if you want to back yourself up that much. And no, not only that, you could get yourself an arm extension, so you give yourself a pat on the back for it. I'm not really sure, beyond what I just said, though, there's any truth in that because of that. That just, I presume, Stephen Knight, that you are a sports person, so I wouldn't want to suggest that maybe you haven't really got any other interests to follow. But that has been just what I found. So maybe there should be a law named after me. Yeah. Oh, right, I see, yeah. Yeah, that's what the Greenwood does. Greenwood is my not only my moderator, but my researcher as well. And that's what you get. That's why you get paid so much. Fabian's Lab. It's kind of funny, lol. I ask a lot of live streamers that. Do you get much of a response? I mean, I wouldn't have thought there'd be many people that would answer that question if they knew what the question actually properly was, that seriously, and give you an answer that would be one positive toward that. There's Dave Smith's channel membership. Mohammed Bashir, hi bro. Where are you from? I'm in Great Britain. Let's narrow it down a bit further. I'm in England. If you ask again, I'll narrow it down. And Stephen says, why am I watching this? It's like a very shit Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, that's nice. Because Clarkson's really good, actually. So even a very shit Clarkson would actually still be quite good, wouldn't it? Had a good chuckle. You'll take it easy, says Fabian's Lab. So I presume that what you've done is you've come here just to ask that question. And that's all. And now you're going. Well, thank you. Thank you for being. Don't forget to like before you go. I suppose I'd best become a member, says Dave Smith. Mustard's member. Thank you, Dave Smith. It actually disturbs me, says the Greenwood, a little that young people want to identify as furry-therian, as stated in the kink fetish. Yes. Is it true that they like Volvo estates as well? Can't remember who it was who told me that. What's your favourite car? Asks Stephen Knight, and then yawns. Because, well, you're assuming the answer is going to be really dull, aren't you? Well, the answer is, my favourite car is my own car. And my favourite car is a car that works when I ask it to do, rather than one that shouts about how good it is, but then refuses to do anything that's required, which most really good cars do. To me, a really good car is one that does what you expect it to do, and more, and doesn't shout about it. Stephen, watch Boaty later. Don't watch Boaty later. Hail Trump, says Trump, 2024. I'll give you some Trumps if you're lucky, for sure. Greenwood, people call me one, but it's all I do is draw cartoon animals. The fetish stuff isn't for me, just like drawing dumb cartoon animals. Made that clear then? Thank you. No, I said it first, says Stephen Knight, but I don't know why. Best ask Boaty about furries and whatnot, Greenwood. My favourite car is my own, says Steve Cole. So he's got the same kind of idea as I have, actually. Hi, everyone. How are we all? Asks Sophie Ellis Bextor. The real Sophie Ellis Bextor. Oh, yes. You wouldn't imagine it, but the real Sophie Ellis Bextor is actually a follower of me. It's true. Why love other people's cars? Furry community is just another subgenre of interest, says Smashing Pistons. A bit like cosplay, but with animal persona instead. That's all there is to it then. If that's all there is to it, then it doesn't sound too bad. Jimmy I. Steve, Jimmy Quinn. Memberships are now available, says the Greenwood. Just 99 pence. Join now and it will appear in chat. That is true. It will appear in chat and I'll get overly excited and say, oh, look who's a member now. How fabulous. Don't forget to hit the like button as well, which is true. You shouldn't forget to do that. It's very easy to do. And because it's a vertical, it's at the top. It's at the top right-hand corner where you see the dots. Go onto that, give it a click, and do a like. You might as well. What have you got to lose? Tripathy. Rishab Tripathy. Can I become a member? If you want to do Stephen Knight, you are more than welcome to. Hi, Captain Mustard, says Rishab. Hello. Tracy, did my subs go on? I was doing it, old pick. Did my subs go on? I was doing it on my pick. Sounds great. I did, Jimmy, it appeared. It did. Ah, right, I see. Well, Sophie Ellis Bextor, you wouldn't believe it, but she does love working on cars. She says so here. Yeah, honestly, read it. No more murder on the dance floor. It is. I love working on cars and watching Neil and learning how to watch. So try to work on cars myself. That's determination for you, isn't it? What have you learned so far, Sophie? What would you happily tackle all by yourself if Neil wasn't around to stop the problems from happening? I'd like to know. CC Motion 1998 says, "Hey Pookie, hello. The Greenwood was good," says, right. Thank you very much. That's information. You pronounce Tripathi like some alternative medicine as homeopathy. Is that how you pronounce it? Tripathi? Or that isn't how you do it? Thank you. Go back on my iPod, says Jimmy Quinn. What beer are you drinking? Asks Stephen Knight. This beer. Look, you might have spotted it whilst I was glugging it down. Thank you, Tripathi. Now, Tripathi, I can comfortably say that. If I see your name, I can just call you Tripathi. If that's okay, I'll just stick with that because I've got that part right. But to Stephen Knight, if you are in the UK, I shall tell you what this beer is. If you're not, there's not a lot of points. I'll just stick with what I've just said. It's my beer, because it is my beer. It's been paid for, and I'm drinking it. And it's helping me want more. Beer, straight out of the can and into the glass. That's how it should go. And that's how it is going. Could you tell what it is just by the tapping sound? Probably not. Of course, I'm in the UK. All right, I'll come to that in a second then, once I get back to you. Is the tank behind you fresh water or salt water? Asks CC Motion 1988. It is fresh water, warm water, but fresh. Right, so of course I'm in the UK, says Stephen Knight. As if I was supposed to know. Believe it or not, these live streams can be viewed all around the world. And I know that because of other people that are around the world who have been viewing it. I don't know where the furthest somebody might be tonight, but I have had viewers from Australia. In fact, no fewer than 3 at one time in Australia. So if you're in the UK, I shall tell you it is this, which is from Lidl, and it's like Lidl's version of the Spanish style beer. San Miguel, that's it. But I think it's actually a bit better. Right. Okay. Now, Stephen's a new person here. So, I'm going to have a guess at whereabouts in the UK you are. And so, to make it a bit more interesting, rather than saying yes or no, I want you to give me a mark out of 10 for my guess. I'm going to guess that you are in High Wycombe. Is it Corona Extra, asks Tripathi? No, it's that. San Miguel or German? Oh gosh, that is very, very burpy. I'm drinking some awful wines. I can't afford the good stuff at the moment. It's £3 a bottle and too sweet. £3 is quite cheap for a bottle of wine, though, isn't it? Don't think I've ever had one. I'm not really a fan of wine anyway, to be absolutely honest. Saltwater tanks tear too much work, says CC Motion. Yeah, I suppose it would be, because you've got to maintain the balance of salt as well. It's another thing that you've got to keep right. But aren't the saltwater fish even more amazing to look at than the freshwater fish? Furries, says Dave Smith. Now we know what's going on in the Smashing Pistons quiz on a Monday night. San Miguel, I guessed it already, says Stephen Knight. Okay, well, don't scare the fish. They're not scared. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free, says the Greenwood. It is free. It's absolutely free. You can go and press the subscription button, and the only harm that's going to come of you is that you may end up watching some more stuff like this. And that could be a disaster. Or it could be a really good thing. But you won't know until you try it, will you? Okay, I'll play. Great, says me. Eh? Oh, right. No winegasm. 6 out of 10. Ah, you see, that makes this an interesting game. 6 out of 10 means that you're not particularly close to High Wycombe. But the trouble is, High Wycombe is, there's quite a lot south and quite a lot north. But I suppose that means that for it to be, it means you're going to be either on the south coast or very, very westerly or northerly, or even Wales. So let's try again. Are you in Bath? Thank you. Aldi wine boxes are the way to go, says Dave Smith. I'm going to just agree with that, even though I don't know. Completely opposite. Enough to put anyone at... Oh, right, I see. Gosh. That's what I'm drinking at the moment. Oh, wine. Maybe 7 out of 10. Okay. Wait. Couldn't possibly caught up that quickly there, really. 7 out of 10. That might suggest that you don't know your geography too well. Because if it's 7 out of 10 now, that means that I'm aiming towards the north a bit. And on the west coast. So I'm going to say next, as my next guess, Stoke-on-Trent. How do you maintain your hair? Looks like it. I don't do anything with it at all, is the answer. I just wash it. I washed it tonight, and that's it. And it's still having my hair out, flopping about all over the place because I was doing some kitchen stuff. So I tie it up out of the way in case it annoys someone. Easy to find in the dark, beer cans. A bit of trek to Aldi for me, Dave. The nearest one doesn't even have a car park. But I will remember it for the next time. You don't drive though, do you not? So you don't need a car park if you can't drive there. Memberships are now available, says the Greenwood. 99 pence. Join in now and it will appear in chat. Thank you. An Aldi without a car park? I'm very confused, says Dave Smith. Well, I'm not confused because obviously there are places in the UK which are just so full of houses that there's no room for people to drive there. Bath. Oh. Right, I see. No, right, okay. Bath, 4 out of 10. High Wycombe, I'm upgrading to 8 out of 10. Thank you. That is interesting. Let's go for Milton Keynes. Stoke-on-Trent, 2 out of 10. So yeah, I'm heading in the right direction. Is my guess. Is my guess. Is my guess. Oh, Hastings. He's not a. Is he your next door neighbour? He couldn't possibly be that because he's. Yeah, because Stoke is a lot closer to me than High Wycombe is. Leicester number 210. Jimmy, did you finish the drink I gave you ages ago? And Sophie Ellis Baxter, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? The beers that you and Neil brought round, that you brought round ages ago, yes, they'd have been finished ages ago. If you bring me some beer, I'll just drink them. I won't keep them in the cupboard and save them for some special occasion. I'll just open them up and have a glug because I love beer. Beer's fantastic. Silly question, really. But thank you. Is he from Bath? Having Milton Keynes is 6 out of 10. All right, okay. I'm going to go for Reading. Elon Musk would find Milton Keynes paradise. You talking to me? Is Robert De Niro. Yeah. Nonconformist is here who's amused by something. Yes, the beer. Yes. Yes. Right. So 7 out of 10. So, right. Okay. Just picturing this, okay? We have High Wycombe. I'm going to, I'll do this the opposite way round. I can do that. See, the map I'm drawing you of Great Britain right now, I'm doing it the opposite way round. So you have Bath there, okay? And then Wales there, up into the north. But we don't need that. The Cornwall and stuff, the south coast, the little wiggly bit there, Faversham, Kent, East Anglia, and then we have up to Lincolnshire and the east coast there. So you get this general shape. So High Wycombe, and where am I? High Wycombe's going to be about there in the middle. Reading is down there, and that's not right. Where else did I say that wasn't? It was Bath's over there. So it's got to be over that kind of direction, which means I can't think of the name. Why did I invent this bloody stupid game? It'd be easy enough if I had a map in front of me, but I'm trying to just remember where places are. I suspect that Milton Keynes is further north, so it's going to be further east. And I can't think of the name of the place. But are you in Essex is going to be my next question. Some of these questions are really hilarious, says nonconformist. Milton Keynes, that's close. Better be nice to him. It's going to be London, that's what I was thinking. Stupus, says nonconformist. He's in your garden. Oh. I have the urge to get a map out now, couldn't think of it, and just have a look at the map. I like maps. I do. I like knowing where places are. I like looking at road maps. I enjoy just looking at maps. Regardless of whether I'm going anywhere or not, I just like to see where places are. I know where most places are, but I like seeing them in context where other places are as well. Do you? Are there any other lovers of maps here? Essex isn't specific enough. Well, no, I asked if you are in Essex. There's not a town called Essex, is there? Chelmsford, that's what I was thinking of actually, is Chelmsford. I love maps too. I can spend hours lost in one. Essex could be Right. Essex could be 9 out of 10 or 6 out of 10. Look, everyone's having a go now. You lot carry on. I would be quite keen to see who can get. Because anybody else here can actually probably be looking at a map as well and just like, well, is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Whereas I can't really do it at the moment. Romford. Oh. I got it. The only way is Essex. Oh, is it gone? I'll only. Right. I see. Okay. Right. You'll only take answers from me. Interesting. Let's see if I can find maps somewhere on here then. Because, oh no. I do really, really want to. There we go. Right. Let's have. UK map. Now, we'll get this in a second. Right, so I'm going to say Greenwich. Okay, Greenwich. And then I'm going to go back to the map again to go and have a look again, haven't I? Kent is in Essex, right? You can read other suggestions that are right. Okay, he's in Battersea, Dog's Home, Doggersey Bats Home. That's a nice reference to bottom there. Thank you. Oh, was it the young ones? It was the young ones, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the young ones, not 8.8 out of 10 for Greenwich. What Dave's? Well, yes, 8.8. That's very, very close. Okay, right. Well, let's. I'm not afraid to. Oh, come on. I'm not afraid to do a bit more in here. If I can find where I was up to now. Right. Barking. Barking is my next answer. Art of War is here. Says nice tank. Hello everyone from Ohio State. It was the Nasty, I think. Yes, Nasty episode. Hello, Stephen S. Driving the global car finder. Map. This is his job. Stephen S. Driving a global car map finder. It's his job. 8.2 out of 10 for barking. Right, so Greenwich. So that means we're going to come down over here and say I'm going to next go for Bromley. Bromley, Hornchurch. Oh, there's a new one as well here. Ramen World Vlogs. Hey, how are you, Uncle? First time I've seen you live. Can I call you uncle? I definitely look like your uncle, don't I? How is your health? Well, it's okay, I reckon. It's not too bad. How about yours? How about, oh, I'll tell you what, it'll feel much better once you subscribe to the channel. 8.8 again for Bromley. I'll have another look in a second, although I might be... it's almost party time, by the way. Almost party time. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, they're going to do it again. Watch. Watch the fishes. They're all over here. They're having a great time. And they're going to make the assumption perhaps I should feed them. You want some? So I was about to say, I'm going to finish up very, very soon actually, because I want to go upstairs and say goodnight to the small people, and then I want to relax, because I'm not intending on getting up early in the morning, because it'll be the first time in a week. Mustard has greyish blue pants on. I thought they were green. What? He's an astronaut and he's in space. Boaty doesn't wear any pants when he does a live stream, says Dave Smith. This chat has come up with better guesses. I'm great uncle 3 before. I have one person in the UK. It was way past. Suddenly, you're from Sri Lanka and live in Dubai. Charter aliens, says Divine Full. Come on, you're close. Right, okay. Thank you, Stephen Knight. Let's have another go. Oh, no, it's just gone back out again. Where was I? I said Bromley last time, didn't I? And that was further off. It was further. I'm a bit sure of. Bromley was. Greenwich was closer. Bromley was further away. So I don't know. It looks kind of a bit like you must be nearer the centre then. Deptford. We are all extraterrestrials, says Divine Full. And our cover's being blown apparently by that. I'm basically a writer, a case finder basic. Okay. Follow the Thames eastward. What's the question? What are we meant to be guessing? 8.9 out of 10. 8.9. See, I really feel like I need to know this now, don't I? Oh. And I've zoomed back out again, that's the trouble. So I've got to look at this again. All right. Bermondsey. I don't think anyone cares anymore. Well, the trouble is, it's my daft idea. My daft idea. Good night, Uncle, says Raman. Well, good night to you. And hope you have a pleasant evening wherever you are. Well, you told me where you are, haven't you? As I'm about to do, we're going to have to bring this to an end now, I reckon. because, like I said, it's time to go and say goodnight. It's time. Oh, message deleted. Okay, right. Well, Stephen Knight, I reckon we don't really want to take this game too far, do we? So it's going to be a bit further along the Thames kind of direction, probably. So I'm going to leave it at that. If I want to come looking for you, I've still got a rather large area to look for a man who I don't even recognise. So probably got no chance. So it's a good thing that we haven't fallen out. And with that there, oh, Dartford, right. Okay, well, I know I need to come now. Right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching tonight. It's been mostly quite good. And thank you for anyone who's subscribed to the channel tonight. And thank you for anyone who's already a subscriber. And thank you for my new channel members. That's always a rather exciting thing when it happens. Tonight it has. So brilliant. And thank you, a big extra thank you to the Greenwood for not just the moderation, but the research. It's all rather fabulous. I'll see you next time when I do another one. Thank you. Good night.